2024 September 4th. Daily Bread Passage. John chapter 20 verse 1 to 10. Key verse. Verse 1. Title. While it was still dark. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the entrance. So she came running to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one Jesus loved, and said, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him." So Peter and the other disciple started for the tomb. Both were running, but the other disciple outran Peter and reached the tomb first. He bent over and looked in at the strips of linen lying there but did not go in. Then Simon Peter came along behind him and went straight into the tomb. He saw the strips of linen lying there, as well as the cloth that had been wrapped around Jesus' head. The cloth was still lying in its place, separate from the linen. Finally the other disciple, who had reached the tomb first, also went inside. He saw and believed. They still did not understand from Scripture that Jesus had to rise from the dead. Then the disciples went back to where they were staying. In the aftermath of Jesus' crucifixion, to those who followed Jesus and loved him dearly, the world must have felt like a dark and tragic affair. Mary Magdalene loved Jesus deeply. She was a follower of Jesus and financial supporter and was with Jesus at the cross along with other women. Perhaps she knew this day would come but was still unprepared for the devastation and heartache. Of course, it was she who was at his tomb early in the morning, while it was still dark. She saw that the stone was rolled away, and the tomb was empty. She alerted two of the disciples and they saw it with their own eyes. They could not imagine the world could be any darker. Where was God in all of this? Sometimes it is hard to understand tragedy, or things may get worse before getting better. Sometimes the darkest times are right before the dawn. Prayer. Lord, sometimes I just don't know what to think or I'm overwhelmed by darkness. Have mercy on me and somehow bring the light of dawn. One word. Hope for light.